Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you how to find the best keywords for your brand from an SEO perspective and ad perspective to get the lowest CPC keywords that are relevant for your brand. This video is going to be more for brands that are probably a little bit smaller and are just trying to figure out how can I play in the kind of the SEO space among a lot of big brands that are doing a lot of big SEO tactics or a lot of ad spend and things like that. So I'm going to show you how to find them. This is going to be, again, 100% free. So make sure you have a Google Ads account and you don't even need to be running ads or have made any payments. Everyone gets a Google Keyword Planner for free. But go ahead, pull that up, and then I'm going to show some tactics in here that I think would be relevant. So in the Google Keyword Planner, I am going to, let's think of an example. We'll do pink ties. I don't know why. Pink tie. And get some results. All right, cool. That's probably the fastest Google Keyword Planner has ever responded. Okay, cool. So for an example, I'm going to kind of walk through at the top here what we're looking at. Total of average monthly searches, or the ones that I would make the most sense of if I was looking at this. Competition, high. So this kind of gives you a rough estimate of how many people are bidding on this keyword. And also, I believe it also kind of pulls in what other brands are just ranking against it on. Top of page bid low range. So what is it going to cost you if you're running ads to pay for the spot? And the high bid high range, so the higher end of what it would cost. So there's a couple things you can do. So if you wanted to say, hey, I wonder what people are willing to pay the most for, or what Google's charging the most for, it's probably typically going to be branded searches that are, higher end brands. And yeah, Pink Burberry tie, Hermes pink tie, some things like that. And that's because Google identifies, the intent of the users that make that search, but also the overall, because Google can look into every single website and identify the sales that come in, which is a little scary. But, that's how they can decide their CPCs. Also, the amount of people competing on it, they drive up the cost sometimes. So anyway, a lot of variables, but that's one way to see, hey, what are a lot of the people willing to spend their money on for whatever reason? And then you can start, doing some keyword planning based around that. Now, would I suggest go and just get all the top of page bid high range? No, I would not, because if you have a smaller 1,000, 1,500, even a $3,000 ad spend, you can churn through that pretty quick if you pick a lot of these big boys. So the other thing, you can sort by low range. So what is the cheapest ones in here? There we go. So you can see it was going to order that. Yeah, there we go. See pink Gucci tie, and it's just going to keep going down from there. So that's really interesting, actually. So you can get some of these cheaper keywords, and then obviously it's going to show the ones that don't have any bid on it as well. We can go all the way down here. Let's see. Wow. Even past 500 ideas. So there's a lot of these in here. Now, this brings me to, okay, well, TJ, how do I figure out what keywords I should be bidding on, because I am new and I can't play against some of these big guys? Yes, you can. So I'm going to show you. Sort by average monthly searches and actually flip it around. Go to smallest to biggest and start looking at some of these smaller ones. I usually go down to about 50, even 20 sometimes, and start creating content around these. I know it's a slow churn, and you're going to be like, I want more than 20 searches. But if you create content that is good and relevant to the searches here, you will be able to slowly build out a website that Google's like, hey, this person really is relevant for, a pink tie or, whatever the case is that's relevant here. The other thing you can do is go into here and type, something in your industry, maybe let's do tie a tie. Ooh. Okay, wow, that took me a minute. My brain. Awesome. Cool. Interesting ones that come up here. But again, this gives you ideas. This gives you an idea too of some relevant searches that are, or in terms of quantity. How to tie a tie for dummies. Competition's low. Boom. Perfect one. How to tie a tie simple knot. How to tie a tie for a wedding. Perfect. That's a great one. Look at the competition's low. This is good, man. Someone. Hopefully, if you got a business selling ties out here, you got some good ideas from me. That's great. So again, one of the things I always like to do, Try the how-tos. Look in and see what's coming up from the how-to perspective. How to tie a fancy tie. Now, keeping in mind, these people might not be coming in to purchase right away, but the idea is that you start building up kind of some of these ancillary pages that are still relevant to your website. And maybe someone would then be willing to buy that tie, right? They're wanting to tie a tie. Maybe in that moment they want to tie. That's fine, or want to know how to tie it. But then, maybe they could also decide, hey, I want to purchase a tie right now. So you have the ability to do that. Google then identifies you as ranking for those things, and you can kind of build around that. So those are a couple of things. And then my last one that I really like to do is best tie. Let's see what comes up for best tie. I was going to put in something after that, but let's see. Give me some longer match terms. Best color tie. Best tie for white shirt. Now you can think about different styles, different blog ideas for the different styles of ties and how to style it. Best tie for a dark gray suit. Boom. That's perfect right there. That's a 5-paragraph tie using ChatGPT. Make sure it's good quality and read it, please. Customize it. I hate saying that, but make sure you customize it and make sure it's good. And talk about the style and what's in style for gray suits. This is something you can continue to update because styles are always changing. So a lot of different things, but it takes some time up front and long term. It is always worth it, I believe, to do the SEO piece here. So best way to do keyword research, keyword planner. How accurate is the average monthly searches that this populates and shoots back? Debatable. But if you're doing, let's say you post 20 blogs on a bunch of these different ones, you can look at them and continue to craft around it. Keep in mind the competition here too. So off the bat, I'd start with low, maybe getting into medium and that. So, yep. If you have any questions, let me know. I'd love to answer any questions in the description below. All right. Peace.